Hi, this is Blaine from Make It Real Learning, and today I'm going to show you how to use our products in a fully paperless digital workflow. Before we begin, there are some prerequisites, and I'll just show you those really quick. First of all, students will need an iPad, and the application we'll be using is Notability. It's $2 at the App Store, and it's a great app. It's one of the top sellers, and I would recommend it for many uses, but it's great for this purpose as well. You, as well as the students, will also need box.com accounts, and these are free, but they will need to log in, create an account, and you'll need to set up folders with permissions and sharing for those students. It's not hard, it just needs to be done before this activity. So this demonstration is assuming those things are done, and I'll start off by showing you Box and what that looks like. So here's my Box account. I've created a folder called Mr. Wilson's Class, and I've created a today's assignment folder. This is what I have shared with all of the students in the class. You can see that it's got the little icon with people on it that indicates it's a shared folder. I've also created completed assignments. This is where students will turn their work in, and I have folders for each of my students in my class. Now you'll notice that Nate also has that special icon. It's because I'm only using him for this example, and he's the only folder that's shared. But when they're all shared with all your students, they will all have this icon. So to start, I will go ahead and put today's assignment that we've selected in our today's assignment folder. This is as easy as drag and drop. So here's the assignment for today, and I'm going to just drag it and drop it here in this folder. As you'll see, it's uploading, and when it's done uploading, I can announce to my class, hey, there's an assignment for you in the folder. And that's when they would take out their iPad and access that assignment. We'll switch to student mode now and pretend that we're students and have a look at how to get that assignment. So I'm bringing my iPad up on the screen using a screen sharing application. And to get to the activity, the student will tap on this import icon in the upper right corner, and they will choose Box as their location, and you see this today's assignment folder appear there, and in it is our activity, how many ants. Now we're going to create a new note with this activity, and you're going to need to instruct them here to start on page 5 and to end on page 6. If they use the other pages, they will have the instructions, which they don't need. It's teacher instructions, and also if they go to page 8, they will have the answers, which you don't want. So 5 and 6 only, and if you would like, you can modify the PDF beforehand and remove the other pages so that they just get what they need. But here's the activity showing up on the iPad screen. Now a good practice would be to rename the activity, so tap on the title at the top, and I would encourage the students to put their name there, just as a way of removing ambiguity of which file is what. And so really they complete this just as if they were using paper at this point. With Notability, we have a number of tools where we can write directly on the screen. A student would read the question just as if they were working on paper or in small groups, or however you choose to do it as a teacher. And when it comes to responding, you use the I prefer to use the pencil tool, and you can choose the line width and the color of the pencil. And what's neat about Notability is it gives us a zoom in tool. So down in the bottom right, you'll notice this magnifying glass. We'll tap that, and it will give us a zoomed in area where we can see much easier what we're writing. So in question 1, without reading through the question, basically what it's asking us is to multiply 6,982,730,971 by 147. So what the student would do would just be to write that out. And I'm using my fingertip. They could use a stylus, but this magnifying tool makes it easy to do. 982,730,971 times 147. What's nice about Notability is that when you get into this little green area, it automatically moves forward, changes the view for you, And so we're going to have some number here for the answer. And then you can tap on the magnifying glass and move on to the next problem. So this is what the student will do to finish the problem, and once they're complete, then they just basically need to send it back to you. And the way that we'll be doing that is basically reverse workflow to what we did for getting the activity. So we're going to tap on this icon in the upper left corner, and we're going to choose box as our destination, and we're going to choose a folder, and I'm going to go to Nate, and this is where I would like to export to, so I choose that as my destination. And for the format, make sure they're using a PDF. That way you'll have many options of what to view it in, and then choose send to box. So Nate is done with his assignment and has turned it in, and so now we will go back to teacher mode and take a look at box. So here we are back at Mr. Wilson's class, and we're going to look in completed assignments. As you can see, there's an icon there that indicates one file. So we'll open that up and take a look. Oh, it looks like Nate has one file there, and we will have a look at that. The nice thing about Box is you can preview a PDF directly within Box without having to use any other application. So here's the how many ants file, and then we can see Nathan's response there. Box allows for commenting directly in Box. That is a shared comment with those who are collaborators on the folder. So what we'll do is I'll show you how to do that. We'll go back out to Nate's folder and we'll make a comment. Say, great job, Nate, 100%. Add the comment, and there you go. So if you need to make more comments than just great job, you might want to mark up the PDF in a program like Acrobat, or there's a number of other PDF editors. But what you can do is just save this file to your computer, and on the Mac, which is where I'm demonstrating this, you can just hold down the control button and drag it, and it will save it to your desktop. And then I could open this in a PDF, this file in a PDF viewer, and make edits to it. And then I would just save it, a new copy, back to the same folder. So just to summarize what we've done, we've created some folders on Box, which is a free setup. We've given an assignment, put it in our today's assignment folder, notified our students they've completed the assignment in Notability on the iPad, and then they've returned it back to us, and we've evaluated it. There you have it, a fully digital paperless workflow using iPads and free or inexpensive tools.